Good evening. I'm Tamra Tilton. I'm a CPA and a filmmaker, and I'm going to share some personal experiences tonight with you about new travel innovations, surfing with locals, and woofing. Last year, with the big 5-0 approaching, I wanted to do something really memorable. So I had an opportunity to take 2 months off my job as CFO and travel. So I wanted to do a mix of, so I researched some new travel hosting social media websites called Couchsurfing, Hospitality Club, and Global Freeloaders. And to see, since I was seeing Europe for the first time on a limited budget and I was going a long time, I wanted to do a mixture of old and new modes. So I booked a 10-day tour to Lake Como, Italy with a group. I found a room for a month on Craigslist in Florence, and I made couch requests on the surf website. Carrie met me at the train station in Florence and took me to Judith's home, who I stayed with for a month. And then through couchsurfing, I met Florentines Nicola and Paolo, who we went on hikes together and some groups. And I surfed all the way through France and Italy. My host, Nini, a mother of two, took me to see Monaco and the Princess Grace Theater. Elena and Sylvia told me about Italian politics. And I hiked the Cinque Terre, the Five Lands. Maria Lucia, a passionate Italian, showed me an unforgettable Rome. We danced in the street of a mountain village outside Rome. Marie, a viola player from Lyon, taught me a lot of French, and Joelle, an accountant from Lyon, taught me how to kiss on the cheeks in France. And there's nothing like Paris, and Matilda, a database designer, took me for a walk through a park in Paris, and Flory, who works for the French Ministry of Culture, took me out for a movie with her American boyfriend who wanted an English speaker for the evening. And in London, Jane, a mother of two, hosted me, which was really a blessing because London's hard to find a place to be hosted. And Hisham is an Egyptian IT professional living in London who has couch surfed over 100 times. So these generous hosts provided free accommodation through the website. And some people host and surf. Some people just like to host to meet people from other cultures. But it's an exchange. And how does it work? Well, if you want to host, you set up a profile. If you want to surf, you make a request. So let's say you're ready to head off to Sydney, Australia. Type in the location, when you want to go. The website will produce a list of people who might be willing to accommodate you. And let's compare the old and the new. 10 days, $4,000. I spent time with other people from Arizona on the tour, and I saw Tourist Italy. Couch surfing, 10 days, $400. I spent time with Italians and French people in their home. Now, hospitality club's been around for a long time, but couchsurfing just started about 5 years ago, and it's had exponential growth. And it's really popular in Europe, as you can see, over 1.5 million members in just 4 or 5 years on the website. So, are you still leery of staying with strangers? Well, how do you know they're not axe murderers? Well, you don't, so use some common sense. Always have taxi money, use the references, check the references on the website. Let's say that you don't go for that, but you like to garden. Here's another budget option, WWOOF, Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms. You agree to work 4 hours a day for your room and board, and you can stay a week, several months, and learn about gardening. There's farms in the US, Canada, Japan, India, Europe, Australia. And if you want to grow your own garden, you want to learn where your food comes from, you care about the environment, or you just want to volunteer for a good cause, check out the WWOOF. Corvallis filmmaker Ashley Terry went for 4.5 months for his honeymoon and woofed in Japan, France, India, Italy, and he is making a documentary now of the experiences. He was picking cherry blossoms in Japan, and he took lots of hours of footage with his HD camera and is in the process of putting together a documentary on the whole experience. I went out with him to Kings Valley Gardens right here outside of Corvallis. They come to the Corvallis Farmers Market, and they also use woofers to help with their chores. And we interviewed some of the people there. The gentleman on the right is from England, and he's spending time here. So what are the benefits? Broaden your mind, experience the beauty of giving and receiving, and you might even be able to increase the peace on our planet. So I hope that you will, for me, the experience was a trip of a lifetime, and the mission of couchsurfing is to make the world a better place, one couch at a time. So I hope you'll check it out and spread the movement. Thanks.